Good morning, Wolves, and welcome to your Wellness Monday advisory lesson. Today is December 6th, and today we're just doing a review of all of the mindfulness strategies that we've learned in this unit of asset. After this week, we are going to be going to a whole new unit of different coping strategies in this curriculum, but today is primarily focused on just reviewing the things we've learned this far. So you'll need a piece of paper and a writing utensil for this activity today. You can also use your school computer, but I really want to encourage you to refrain from doing classwork. Really try and focus on this lesson today. So the first thing that I'd really love for us to do is to take a minute and write down your most common academic stressors on a piece of paper or on a document on your computer. What have been the most stressful school-related moments for you this month? For some students, it might have been finals, it might have been parent-teacher conferences coming up, it might have been something related to grades or something social, like a breakup or some struggles with a friend. Go ahead and take a moment to write that down. And then advisors, when your advisory is ready, go ahead and pause this video and allow your students to share out some of their stressors. Advisors, you can share some of yours as well. Just take a moment to kind of reflect on that and maybe also how you all responded to that stress. Maybe you responded with fight or flight or freeze. Maybe were you able to recognize your reaction to that stress in the moment? So now we're going to go ahead and take a moment to reflect on the 10 mindfulness tools we've practiced. So go ahead and take a few moments to reflect on them. You can turn and talk with a table partner about what tools you would recommend to a friend that was experiencing stress, or what tools they could use to kind of bounce back from a stressful moment. And advisors, you can go ahead and pause and allow your advisees to turn and talk to each other about these different tools. At this point, advisors, feel free to have your advisees share out the different tools that maybe they would suggest to a friend. Maybe share out what your favorite tools were or your advisees' favorite tools were. And then finally share out your least favorite tools or the ones that were terrible. So for me in this curriculum, I would say that my favorite tools are probably the Mindful Body Scan and I Spy. I really like both of those tools. The one that I probably don't like, don't tell Miss Kay this because I know she recorded this one, not a big fan of the guided imagery, the forest lesson, not my favorite. Sometimes when that happens, my mind just goes to other things because there isn't a whole lot for me to focus on and ground in the moment. So now what I'd love for you all to do with your advisory is to take a moment to identify a tool on here that you would like to practice as an advisory. Advisors, you have a document that should be in a Teams chat or an email that contains all of the different tools that we learned in the past trimester that you can lead your advisory through, or you can even have an advisee use the script. The next time we return to our advisory lesson, we'll be starting a new unit in Asset, and it is completely focused on a different subject. So if you weren't really a fan of the mindfulness strategies that we learned last trimester, we're going to be working on a whole different variety of different strategies. I'm really excited for the new unit, and I hope you are too. We hope you have a really great rest of your week, and you take care. Bye, everyone.